Hey everyone, I was going to go to the apple orchards today and that didn't happen. So I'm just going to go on a walk around the neighborhood. I'm going to tell you, I've had a horrible morning. You guys, my roommate got up at 5 and woke me up. I could not get back to sleep, so I laid in bed till he left for work. And it's been anxiety, tears, anger. Blogged a little bit about it this morning. I wanted you guys to get a chance to see all the leaves, so I'm just going to go for a walk and tell you kind of what set me off this weekend. I want to show you the street though. Look at the yard, look at all the leaves. And it's like that all the way down. Isn't that crazy? So this is the walk I try to take in the mornings when I get up at 5, when I actually get up on time. I love the sound of leaves crunching under my feet. Isn't that wonderful? Bright sunny days with crisp, cool air is one of my favorite things. My favorite, I love the red trees. Actually, my favorite is, if I find one, they may have turned too much by now, is those bright, fiery, peachy orange trees. I just love that. But anyway, in one of my videos before Mom moved, I talked about the fact that I had called one of her friends for her, and her friend verbally attacked me about where we were moving Mom and how it was going to put her in the grave. And she was just horrible to me. Look at how many of the trees are actually losing leaves. It's one thing to be like, oh, they're changing. Seems like it goes so fast. Anyway, this woman was so unkind and just horrible. And, you know, it was devastating to me. And I talked about it in the video. I don't want this to go too long, but because I took care of Mom for a year. It was pretty much all me. I did the financial stuff. I was over there every day making dinner. I grocery shopped. I did her laundry. I cleaned. I made doctor's appointments. I took her to doctor's appointments. It was a lot of work. And I was happy to do it because I love my mom. Look at all the leaves blowing in the wind. You know, one of the things that had meant so much to me through that whole period of time was how close we got. And we were always close, but so much of my life was her taking care of me. And so even though I would have never wished this upon my mom, for my own redemption's sake, it has meant so much to me that I could give back. And so this woman attacking me verbally like that, I can't even explain what it did to my spirit. And I called my sister, and after it happened, I called my brother and my sister. And you know, my sister, I wish I had more of her, how do I say it? I don't want to say that she's emotionless. She's very emotional, you know? But it's healthy and it's expressed well, and she's just more practical. And so I wish I had more of that because, you know, while I was devastated by this woman's words, my sister was like, seriously, Denise, who gives a shit, you know, what they think. She's our mom. We have a relationship with her. We've seen what she's going through. And you know you've been there for Mom and how deeply you care for her. So who the fuck cares, you know, what these assholes think? And that helped. And it took a while, but I was able to get past that. Well, another of the church ladies called me telling me there was a package or she had a package for my mom. Could I come pick it up? And this woman did daycare for my son when he was little. And her granddaughter's father, I worked with him and he passed away suddenly, and I was there for her daughter, and I don't know. There's a semi sort of acquaintance relationship there. So I went over there and she's asking about mom and talking about mom, and then she says, well, you know, Donna's gonna be 88. She knows goddamn well that Donna's the one who attacked me. So she put that in there to stir shit up. And you know, I stood up for myself this time. And I told her, none of you had any idea what my mother was going through. None of you. She didn't want anyone to know. She was embarrassed. And so I'll give them that. But they have no idea everything I was doing for her. And the time spent and the exhaustion and trying to have some kind of job, you know, while I was doing all this, so I could at least keep my car. None of them know. And I told her that. And she said to me, well, we took her to church, you know, and to Ruth's Circle, that's like their women's meeting once a week. And I was like, yeah, you took her to church. That was really hard work there for you, wasn't it? Like, and she defended this woman, and I said to her, I understand that she was angry and upset, but there's a way to express it. You don't harm people. You don't be cruel. And, you know, and then she said, well, you know, you took her from us. And here again, I don't doubt that they're all very close and that they love my mom very much, but I took her from you. You know, old age has taken her from me. I don't have my mom, not the mom I knew. And there is so much selfishness in this and inability to see their part, and that this woman was wrong. She was an asshole. She was cruel. She was mean. And it hurt me. And it damaged my spirit. So fuck you, lady, you know? And so, you know what frustrates me? Because I've talked about this in other videos, and I've done it pertaining to myself, you know, and the lessons I've learned. But the big thing is, none of them are willing to take any accountability. It's all about them. They took her to church a couple times a week. Wow. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. It was one less thing of the many, many things that I was doing that I didn't have to be concerned about or worry about. It was all about them, and that we took mom from them, and we took her too far. Isn't it funny how had we put mom where they wanted her, which was close to them, she wouldn't have seen anyone. She would have been stuck in her room. She is with her 99-year-old sister-in-law. There's an over 60-year relationship there, and they had each other through this while their families couldn't come in and see them. And I just think, yep. Can you guys see this house? It's so cute. That one. That's so pretty. I love it. Anyway, and there's also no understanding of the agony that this kind of thing has put my family through. And the thing about this woman, not the one whose house I went over to, but the one who was such a biatch, her husband went through this, so you would think that she would have some measure of empathy, but none. It's all about them. You know, no concern for what us as mom's children have had to endure and go through. And I am sorry, especially me, because I was the one doing it all and I saw it all. And it was freaking heartbreaking. And, you know, so seeing this other woman and having her, she didn't yell at me or anything, but she took no accountability. She defended this woman. And I just think, you are all so selfish. You're so selfish. And it brought up all this anger, and I've been dealing with it all weekend. This tree up here still has some of that orange, peach, fiery stuff I was telling you about. That's my favorite. I love this little corridor right here. It's so pretty. Coming up on my street, so last leg of the journey, so I'll finish this up. You know, I jokingly said when this happened, because we had such a horrible experience with Mom's neighbors when we moved her out, and that was incredibly stressful and uncalled for and unnecessary. And you know those anti-cigarette things, like it's a sign and they'll show a lit cigarette and then it'll have a circle with a line through it. I jokingly said to my kids, I'm gonna get a t-shirt with like a cartoon of an old lady, and it's gonna say bitter biddies on the top with a circle and a line through it. Because if nothing else, this is a lesson to me to always remember kindness, even if something hurts me or scares me for someone, and to reach out with an open hand in a vein of trying to understand and coming to a place of reckoning instead of attacking someone and harming their spirit and trying to crush them. Because like I said, this situation with Mom and being able to be there for her has meant so much to me. And so, you know, I'm just going to end this by saying I'm not going to let those women get to me. We made the best, most well thought out, loving, caring decision for my mother. And I was there for my mom. I am still there for my mom. I'm the one who goes every weekend, who cleans, who does her laundry, who grocery shops, who spends time. I'm proud of that. I love my mother. And those women, they're not going to take that from me. Thanks, you guys, for coming along with me and listening. I really appreciate it. I love you all so much. And hopefully next Sunday, I'll have my poop in a group and be able to go do something fun that I can share with you. Big love.